Regular meeting of the City of Coralville City Council, December 10th, to order. Roll call.
Councilmember Foster.
Present.
Gross. Gill. Present. Dodds.
Present.
Goodrich.
Here.
Okay, 4 of the 5 council members are present. Councilmember Gross is absent, but is expected to arrive a little bit later. The mayor's here, the city clerk, assistant city administrator, legal staff, and a number of city staff are in the audience. I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Lori, Goodrich. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, the agenda's approved. Item 4 is citizen comments. This is a time for anyone in the audience who'd like to speak to us tonight about an item that's not on the agenda. Would you please step to the microphone? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to item 5, voluntary annexation. This is the Iowa Development Board requires the city to sign an application to annex its own property. This is a piece of property near the Brown Deer Golf Course that was inadvertently had been left in the jurisdiction of Johnson County, and we're now correcting the city limit line to make it all be annexed into the city of Coralville. So item A is a public hearing on the annexation of city-owned and real property into the city of Coralville. Open the public hearing. Any comments? No written. Okay. I'm going to close the public hearing and consider the resolution.
Resolution accepting and approving the voluntary annexation of the real property into the city of Coralville, Iowa, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Foster, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Discussion? Roll call.
Gill. Aye. Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Okay. Resolution's approved all ayes with Gross absent. Item number 4 is the Iowa River Landing Part 2. This is a proposal, a public hearing, and a resolution dealing with a developer that's proposing to construct a multi-story office building on Lot 4, which is located north of the Iowa River Landing West Parking Facility, so kind of across to the east of Trader Joe's and to the north of the hospital parking ramp. The developer will purchase the property for $738,000 and then enter into a development agreement with the city. I'll open the public hearing on alternate proposals and the disposal of Lot 4, Iowa River Landing Part 2. Any comments?
No alternate proposals received and no written comments.
Okay, thank you. I'll close the public hearing and consider the resolution.
I just gotta, this is with the Ridge Development LLC. Parkview is a different project. Ridge Development LLC.
Okay, do we need to amend anything or just read it the right way?
He's gonna read it the correct way.
Okay,
A resolution approving a development agreement with Investment LLC, Ridge Development LLC, excuse me, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
second by Dodds. Discussion? And they'll be having to bring back a PUD and
Yep.
so forth, that we'll see the proposal, so.
And the
Sounds like-
the proposed developers are in the audience if anybody has any
Well,
questions.
they probably would have caught that mistake.
Yeah, they're probably like, what the heck is
What
that?
happened there?
So-
Well, that's, welcome, and that's going to be a great addition to the Iowa River Landing. We appreciate your interest, so. Roll call.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill. Aye. Dodds.
Aye.
Resolution's approved, all ayes with Gross absent. Okay, item 7 is the Redhawk subdivision. This is a project that we had a presentation on at our last council meeting. It's a residential development located west of Coral Ridge Avenue and north of the medical classification, consisting of 9 multi-unit apartment buildings and 1 clubhouse structure. We will be having the public hearing was held on November 26th at our last meeting. So item A, Don?
Resolution approving the amended preliminary plat for Redhawk subdivision, Coralville, Iowa, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodds, seconded by.
Second.
Second by Foster. Any discussion?
Yeah, just from last time, all the legal paper issues are all taken care of. They've all been dropped off, so everything is ready to go on this for the next 3 items.
Great, thank you. Anything else? Roll call.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill. Aye. Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Resolution's approved, all ayes with Gross absent. The final plat resolution, Don?
Resolution approving the final plat for Redhawk subdivision, Coralville, Iowa, is introduced for adoption by Councilmember Goodrich, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Dodds. Discussion. Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Approved all ayes with Gross absent. And finally, the resolution for the PUD site plan.
Resolution approving the PUD site plan for Lot 1 Redhawk Subdivision, Coralville, Iowa, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Foster, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Resolution passes all ayes with Gross absent. Item 8 is the Bluffs at Brown Deer. This is the third and final consideration of an ordinance that will change the land use to medium density residential use for a 6.55 acre lot north of the Country Club Drive and west of First Avenue. Don?
Ordinance number 2019-1014, an ordinance amending the Coralville Community Plan to reflect certain property generally known as the Bluffs at Brown Deer, Coralville, Iowa, to be designated medium-density residential use in place of Parks public use. Introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. Discussion? Roll call.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Ordinance passes its third and final consideration, all ayes with Gross absent. Item 9 is a Resource Enhancement and Protection Fund, otherwise known as REAP. This is for a grant for $125,000 for the 7.6 acre purchase of the Park and Fen Protection Acquisition. This is in the Colony Property Project in the West Land Use Area. Don?
Resolution approving agreement with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources for grant funding the Resources Enhancement and Recreation REAP program. Introduced for adoption by Councilmember Gill, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Foster. Any discussion? Sherry Proud, our Parks and Rec Director, is here. If we have any questions or would like her to say anything?
Sure.
We're moving pretty fast. Why don't you fill some time here?
I can always slow you down. I really don't have much more to add. We were successful with our September application for the REAP program. I figured up we are over $1.7 million in grants through the REAP program with the Iowa Department of Natural Resources, which is quite, it's a testament to how committed the city of Coralville is to conservation and to add to parkland for conservation purposes. And this will definitely add to that. We're looking to amass about 80 to 100 acres for a new park in the West Land Use area, and really excited about the prospects here in the future.
Great.
Great.
Thank you, Sherry.
Is there any doubt about the future of the REAP program for the state of Iowa?
I think there's always, you're always kind of questioning whether that will be around. It does come up for whatever the authorization is that they need to do here within the next couple of years. But it's a successful program. It's touched all 99 counties in the state of Iowa, which is something that I know the REAP program is very proud of. And so hopefully that will make it so that they can reauthorize that fund.
Great. Well, if you hear anything about it being discussed, we can certainly send a letter of support or something.
Thank you.
So, anything else? Roll call?
Foster.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Resolution passes all ayes with Gross absent. Item 10 is the First Amendment to Lease Agreement. This is an amendment to our 5-year lease with Restaurant Concepts, Inc., otherwise known in Coralville as the Arby's Restaurant on First Avenue, which options for 3 5-year lease extensions instead of 1. The public hearing will be on December 17th, 2019. So this is a resolution setting the public hearing.
Resolution setting a public hearing on the First Amendment to the lease agreement with Restaurants Concept, Inc. for 801 First Avenue. Introduced for adoption by Councilmember Dodds, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Goodrich. Discussion.
This enable us to get out in a year, right?
Yeah, we get a year notice. They did do some upgrades, and I think they're going to do some more upgrades. So if we got out before 10 years amortized, we would owe some money back to them. But since we thought that Arby's was going to go away with the Drury parking ramp, and it didn't have to, and since the university owns the property next to it, my guess is this isn't going place anytime quickly. So
Yeah.
I don't think we'll get to that part, but I think they're talking about doing more upgrades inside also.
Sure.
Great.
Good.
Roll call?
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Okay, resolution is approved, all ayes with Gross absent. Item 11 is a consulting agreement. This is an agreement is for the performance evaluation of the Coralville Marriott Hotel and Conference Center and the determination of renegotiation strategies for the expiring management agreement. And this agreement is not to exceed $130,000. Don?
Resolution approving hotel consulting agreement with Piper Jaffray and Company for the Coralville Marriott Hotel and Conference Center, introduced for adopted by Councilmember Goodrich, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Dodds. Discussion? Do you want to just explain a little bit for the public what this is?
Yeah, so when we opened the Marriott, we had an operating agreement. City owns the hotel, but the city does not operate the Marriott corporate office. Corporate Marriott operates the hotel on our behalf. So I believe the 15-year agreement is coming up in 2021 or 22. So we need to start the process of going through and identifying how, looking at the past numbers, seeing how things were going, and also identifying areas that we need to address, and also doesn't mean we have to continue with the Marriott corporate to be the manager. We could also look for other managers at that time. But the first part would be to look at the operating, how it has operated the first 15 years and get some feedback on that, and probably go out for an RFP.
Assess the value of it.
Yep.
Good business practice.
Yes.
Anything else? Roll call.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Resolution is approved, all ayes with Gross absent. And item number 12 is a purchase agreement. This resolution approves a purchase agreement with Cothey Investments for a 7-acre parcel located south of King's Material Storage Yard on 10th Avenue south of US Highway 6.
Resolution approving a purchase agreement for an approximate 7-acre parcel generally referred to as 112 10th Avenue, introduced for adoption by Councilmember Foster, seconded by.
Second.
Seconded by Gill. Discussion? Roll call.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Resolution approved, all ayes with Gross absent. I'd consider a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented or amended.
Move to approve the consent calendar items A through Q inclusive.
Second.
Moved by Gill, seconded by Dodds to approve the consent calendar. Any discussion? Roll call.
Goodrich.
Aye.
Foster.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
The consent calendar is approved, all ayes with Gross absent. City Administrators Report.
Good evening. I have a few items. First of all, a reminder that our second council meeting of the month, the regular meeting that's normally on the fourth Tuesday, will be canceled because that's December 24th. Instead, we'll be meeting next Tuesday, December 17th. And prior to that meeting, from 4 to 6, we'll have a retirement reception for Water Superintendent Kevin Callahan and Building and Zoning Official Jim Kessler, with remarks at 5:30, and that's here at City Hall. And they've both worked for the city of Coralville for over 25 years, so I think they've made a lot of friends that we'll expect to see next week. Luminarias, we had a great night on Sunday night. We had beautiful weather, and appreciate everybody that helped out with that. And also just a reminder that online at coralville.org you can see a map of decorated yards and homes, and also submit your ideas for places that people should visit. And Coralville does have great holiday decorations, so be sure and get out and see those. And then just lastly, you can see that we've started the Severson Challenge. It's going on all month until January 3rd, and it's the 9th year we've done that in honor of Linda Severson, and we're collecting non-perishables or cash for the Coralville Community Food Pantry, as well as bus passes for the Valley View Lodge.
Okay. Thank you, Alan. Good job. Mayor's report. She covered everything I had. Just mentioned that tomorrow at 11 o'clock is the ribbon cutting for Ashley Furniture Store. That's in the Coral Ridge Mall, the former Yonker space. So if anyone would like to attend that ribbon cutting, you're welcome to join me. And then also tomorrow, beginning at 11:30 at the Marriott, is the Convention and Visitors Bureau annual luncheon, and annual meeting and annual luncheon. So they are such a great partner to the city of Coralville. It's fun to be a part of their annual event. City Attorney's report.
I would just say that it's a relief to see we'd have something to eat if we get snowed in, so.
I don't anticipate that.
I've got nothing.
Nothing, Kevin. Okay, very good. Committee and council members report. Lori, do you want to start tonight?
Sure, I'd like to thank everyone also for helping out with the luminaries. It was a beautiful night. And thank everyone who worked to make that a success. Also, Annie is at the Coralville for Performing Arts. It was this last weekend and had great reviews. It's an awesome musical, and will be next weekend. And get your tickets quick because they're selling out. So it's a great performance. Thanks.
Jill?
I just want to echo thank you to everybody who worked so hard on the Luminary Night, and especially wanted to mention the Scouts because they do a lot of the arterial roads and putting out the bags for all of those things. And I also wanted to mention that in the lobby here at City Hall, Mr. Goodrich has his train set up, which is something that you just don't want to miss. It's pretty spectacular. That's it.
Tom?
I have nothing, thank you.
Okay, yep. Yeah, thank you, Lori, to you and your Jim's work on that train set. So.
You've had fun. Thank you.
Mitch?
Well, I guess tonight you missed 10 minutes, you missed a lot. Sorry about that, I had an obligation I was at. But no, just dovetail what everybody else had to say, so thanks for everybody that helped with the luminaries.
Great. And Megan?
Well, thank you. The luminaries, again, fantastic success. We were very lucky that we had very beautiful weather. And I also wanted to give a special shout out to the United Way. They had their first, which I think will be now an annual tradition, first lantern float. Mm-hmm. And it was just a beautiful night out on Morrison Park's pond to see those lanterns lit. We had community members coming out and writing their wishes for the community on the bags as we floated them out. So that was really great. I also wanted to give a special thank you to all of the volunteers, staff, and community partners who helped with Friday night's community meal at the rec center. We had over 300 people show up for that. And so just a great way to connect with friends and neighbors in the community and share a meal. And that is all I have. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I would consider a motion to adjourn to executive session. This will be a very brief executive session, I think.
Yeah, we have one's the personnel, one's the property. So if we do the property first, we'll be out of there in 2 seconds, or a couple minutes on that. Do you still doing the personnel one?
Oh. We
Yeah.
talked about it.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I was gone the last time.
Okay, it actually totally slipped my mind. Talking
So
about
do
the
you-
evaluation?
Do you want to, you want to postpone that till
Yeah.
next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're going to have to, because honestly,
Okay, well, this would be pursuant to 21.5J then is the only one. So that would be the executive session, and then it will take 5 minutes at most.
okay. I would consider a motion to adjourn to executive session as stated by the city attorney.
So moved.
Moved by Gill,
Second.
seconded by Foster. Roll call.
Foster.
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Gill.
Aye.
Dodds.
Aye.
Goodrich.
All right.
Okay, and we'll come.